All right. Hi, everybody. Just wanted to uh, do this video for you. I've gotten some requests uh, of individuals that have been challenged with getting on the platform, also with the live plan. So, want to take you kind of step by step and to see if there are some other issues that we're not aware of that we can take care of and go forth from there. So we're going to try to get rid of some of the kinks so that we'll be able to move forward with our next 6 weeks. So what I will be doing is sharing my screen so that you'll be able to kind of see from my screen some of the things that may be going on, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen, and just give me a moment. And let's see here. I can move this out the way. Okay, so the first thing is I want to go into my our platform first. So all of you should have received some kind of invite or something like that, inviting you into our platform. So you should have gotten an email inviting you to the platform. Okay, and it probably looks something like this or similar to where you were able to either request access or able to sign in. Okay, so if you requested access, then I got an email and then I approved it. So now you should be able to get into it. If you have already now created a username and a password, then you should be able to click on the sign in link here so that you can actually sign into the site. So I'm going to click on this. It may take a few minutes as it's scrolling. You're going to be seeing my screen, so a lot of what you see right now, you won't see it, which is fine. This is just for my administrative purposes to be able to kind of navigate the plan. So you'll see on my screen, I can see all of the individuals that have signed up and so forth. But on your screen, you should be able to now be able to access a screen that looks like this, so that you're able to now go in. You'll be able to see the program description. You'll be able to see then some of the resource links that are also referenced actually in the homework assignments. So it'll take you straight there because it's already embedded in this on this platform. So once you kind of scroll down on this page, then you'll notice that we have these objectives for each one, and as well as a deadline date. In order to access the objective and get more detail, you have to hit the plus sign. So once you hit the plus sign, it will give you instruction as it relates to what the assignment is. It'll also give you the link. For those that are filling out the survey link, when you actually click on that and in the survey, you will have an opportunity at the very bottom to submit. And once you submit, it's actually going to go to another website that I have access to, but I can see that you reviewed the survey. And in fact, let me go here. I'm going to click on it. So then it's going to show you So once you do the survey, you will be able to then complete the survey, fill out the survey, answer the questions, and then at the very bottom, once you've done everything, the red asterisks mean that it's required, that you have to put an answer in there. And once you do that and you actually click submit survey, then I'll have access to that survey. So that's how you complete the actual video, the prerequisite video. Now, what that is referencing to is these videos. So we're asking that you review the pre-venture small business financial literacy video. So all you have to do is hit the play button. You might have to actually scroll back to the beginning, but you should be able to access that. That's on a YouTube channel. And then video 2, doing business in Illinois, is also a YouTube channel. So you may have to scroll back to access the beginning, but all you have to do is click then play the play button on both of these to review the video. So once you do that, you can actually click then your task indicating that you completed the video survey, and then you will also be asked about the video permission form. So there is a form that we're asking that each of you fill out. So notice I'm scrolling back up to the instruction. There should be a link all the time for these. And so we're asking everyone to complete the video permission form, so that then in this video permission form, you're actually able to, and let me scroll to the top, that link's not working, but you should be able to then access the video permission form. And I'm gonna see if I can open that up so you can see it. This is what it looks like. So the video permission form, we're asking you to read through the form. Once you read through the form, it's a Adobe PDF document. So all you have to do is click that you've read it. You type in your name, your company name, and the date. And once you complete that and actually do that, we're asking that you then go ahead on your computer and actually download it or print it out. And once you download that to your computer as a PDF, then you'll go back to the platform to actually then submit it. Okay, so that might be a process that some people have had challenges with in order to get that done. So we're asking that you then submit the video form, the permission form, and if it does not allow you to actually submit on the platform, I'm asking that you actually submit the video permission form and send it to my email address, which is thughes@gecdc.org. So that's thughes@gecdc.org. So what you'll have to do is go to the form, as I stated, actually complete the form, and then download it or save it on your computer. And then once you've done that, then send an email to me if it's not allowing you in the platform to attach it. Okay, so this is the first session. So you can always collapse the sections. So you just hit the minus button, and once you hit the minus button, it will collapse back. So then for session 1, for you guys that are working on your homework assignment, you'll notice that the Zoom link is already there. So we're trying to create it that everything is just on the platform, so you won't have any problems. You'll also see then the agenda, all the things that we were asking for you to complete. And as you scroll down, you'll notice then the homework assignments. So each of the homework assignments are fillable PDFs that then in your homework assignment, you can click on it, it will open it up, and you should be able to type in it. So it's a fillable form. So we want you to type in it and then do the same thing you did with the other form, is to either download it or save it, and then you can upload it in the platform, or if you like, if it's easier, to send me an email with that document, so then I can then put it into your file. Okay, so that might be easier for some people as well. So as you go through and you complete everything, if you use a platform, you should be able to submit your document after you complete it. You should be able to actually click on the submit. It will ask you then to upload that form or whatever you saved, and it should submit that way. But if there's some challenges and we'll kind of get the kinks out, just send me an email until we get those completed and done. So you're going to go through each of these. So here's the application organization attachment. This is an application that it's fillable as well, where you type in your name, answer the questions. Each of these have, kind of checkbox. So you want to score yourself in various areas between 1 to 5, 5 being the best. So you should be able to click and you should be able to hit a number, okay? And go through all of that, answer these questions. There's about 4 or 5 pages. All of them, again, you should be able to type in this PDF. And then if there's any additional notes and things you want to add, you should be able to do that. Once you do that, again, do a download, or save, so that you save the document to your computer. And once you save it, then you can submit it on the platform or either send me an email if you're having challenges with that. So that's the process and the steps. The same thing is with the vision and mission assignment. You should be able to, it is also a fillable PDF form. And let's see if I can click on it here so we can get access to it. And if it doesn't work there, then let me go down here and click on it and see if it gives me access for the assignment. Okay, so my computer's having some issues too. So if the link doesn't work, then let's see if I can get it up here, which it should work. So there's various avenues that you can take in order to get to the links, and that is through the resource file, because everything's loaded on the resource file. So as you do your vision and mission, understanding what a vision is, understanding what the mission is, then we're asking you to take a stab, if you haven't already done this, to type out your vision, type out your mission, go and download it, save it on your computer, and then submit it. And so that'll be our process, okay? So, as you're going through and trying to complete the assignments through this, it should be, fairly easy. But if not, that's why we ask that you reach out to us so that we can know what's going on and to help. So the last homework assignment then is doing a startup cost worksheet. It's also fillable. So what we want you to do is put a dollar amount. So if you know you got to buy furniture, equipment, or something like that, and it's going to cost you $5,000, then you do that. So fill in the costs that are relevant, and then total those costs. So the form won't automatically total cost. You'll have to total cost, and then you'll put the cost then here, where you're estimating the cash start. Okay. The same thing is with your fixed and variable costs. Um, we provided a terminology sheet for you that's actually in the resources in case you don't understand fixed and variable costs. This would be estimated as your monthly expense. So what do you think monthly you'll spend on rent, spend on supplies, spend on, so you fill in what you need to fill in. If there's something is not relevant to you, then leave it blank. Then you'll total that dollar amount and then actually put it in then your monthly expenses. This will give you an idea how much you're going to actually spend per month. Then what you want to do is take that dollar amount and multiply it by 6. So you're taking your monthly expenses, whatever this dollar amount is, and then multiply it by 6, because then that'll give you the whole total amount of expenses that you'll have for a 6-month period of time. Okay. And so you want to fill that in. Then you're going to look at the total estimate cash needed. So you're going to take your estimate cash to start, which we did at the top, and you're going to take your total estimate of a cost, that 6 that you did, and then that's going to give you then your total cash estimate cash that you'll need for your period of time. So you're going to, in this part, put in whatever your start is, in this part, whatever your estimated cost is, so that then by 6, then you'll be able to see what your total estimated cost that you'll need. So want you to fill that out again, download it, save it to your computer, so it becomes a hard copy for you. And I would suggest you do it anyway, so that you always have the copy or the hard copy of anything that you're doing, and then you save it as a different name. So change the name so that you can always come back to this document as a blank document. So you can do it again and over again. It becomes your template. So save it as a different name on your computer, so that when you submit, then you'll actually then go ahead in this area. So keep scrolling down. If you don't, a few have said, I don't see where to submit. Okay. You want to be able to click, your button, be able to click submit. And then when you're actually done doing that, you should be able to upload that document that you saved on your computer and actually send it as a submit. If you have some challenges with that and it does not work, my suggestion is, until we get out the kinks and everything, that you email me what your documents are. So then I'll get them at thughes@gecdc.org. And then that'll ensure that we have your homework assignment. So as we're checking them, if I haven't received anything, then I'm going to shoot you out personally and say, hey, I haven't received this. How did you submit, or so forth? So we'll go forward with that, and so that we can get everything done. I stated that there is a accounting terminology sheet. So when you click on the link, it'll actually give you terms and things like that. So if you're not familiar with some of the financial terms, you can go to this sheet. It is available in our resource file as well, just in case. And then also there is a PowerPoint presentation. It's a PDF that you should be able to access. It's in our resource file here at the top. So you can click on this and click on the PDF. And it's just a PowerPoint presentation. So there's no sound or anything related to it. Just something that you can read through. But it is a pretty good document that explains what a vision is. It explains what a mission is. It explains what a vision should look like, what a mission statement should look like. And then there's a few examples from some major companies. So that gives you an idea of what your vision statement should be saying and what your mission statement. So we have Amazon, we have Microsoft, and then we also have Target as some of the samples. So this might also help you as you develop your vision and develop your mission. Okay, so when you're doing the actual then homework assignment, which is the actual vision and mission fillable document that I shared with you earlier, then you're going to type in what your vision is. You're going to type in what your mission is for your company. So I would suggest that you maybe look at the presentation if you're not clear about what vision and mission is. If you have a vision and mission already from an existing company or something like that, just look at it to see if you need to revamp it or something, update it. But if you're okay with whatever you have, just go ahead and type that information in, save it, put it on your computer, download it, and then submit it to us as your homework assignment. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense as far as the process. Again, you can collapse the document so that then you can see where everything is going and also be able to see how to access. So you always push the plus button. If it's not, you'll then be able to get all the details. The Zoom is standard. The agenda will be, research trends and executive summary. The homework assignments are the same. So if the link does not work here, again, as I stated, then you always want to go to the resource file because all the links work here. We have them or try to have them labeled so that you're able to see that this is session 2's assignments and so forth. So you want to look at those and look at the links that are there so that you can kind of click on it. So this is kind of like a quick checklist or cheat sheet to kind of help you know where to do your research, where to do your industry research, and all of that. So that's what the sheet is for, which has links that actually take you, when you click on it, it'll take you to that website. So we're trying to make it where you don't have to do a lot of jumping around and that kind of thing, that the links will help you to navigate. So, this is session 2 and what we plan on doing we're in session 2. But again, here's the assignments and everything that we're asking you to do. For the next assignment, you're going to do your executive summary. and you're going to do your financial forecast. So these are the homework assignments that you're required to do. And then there's some resources. So there are resources and attachments. So we clicked on that one. That link worked. Here's a sample of a service that we use, which is called Ibis World. If the link doesn't work again, some of these links seem to be disconnected, but you can always go to the resource file. So here's just a document for anybody that's in arts and entertainment. It's like a report that people have access can have access to. But in order to get this type of document, you'll actually need to schedule an appointment with myself, Rhea, or Ray, and we'll be able to then do a search for you based upon your NACI code and that kind of thing. And then it's going to give you a little bit of detail as it relates to your company. This particular company is arts and entertainment. So it just gives you a little bit of report, but this is the information that you would use to put in your business plan, because now in your research of the industry, you can kind of use some of the data that's going on into your industry and pull some of these things out. So this is as of March 2021. So it's pretty, updated. But that's what you would use this document for, is to improve your business plan. So you pull in some of the data of the industry, for this. So, in order to access that particular document, you'll be able to reach out to us and we can do a search for you and actually create a report. And sometimes it's not dead on with what you do. We might have to circle around and figure out a few things. So it might not necessarily be dead on what you do, but at least within the industry. Okay. So, you can work on that and use that resource for that. Then there's a worksheet that you'll have to do, and it's kind of the footwork in order to do your homework. And this is a fillable document as well. So it's going to ask you questions once you've done the research. So it's asking you, how is your industry doing? Is it, how do you compete? What's going on? Is your industry going up or is it going down? Is it healthy or is it not? So as you go through this document, you're just going to type in a few words because that same information that you're putting in is information that you could actually use in your business plan. So that's the reason for this document. So you're going to want to go through, and then when you start talking about your competitors, you want to do a little bit of homework as it relates to your competitors. So who is your competition? It could be direct competition or it could be indirect competition. So you want to be able to do a little bit of research on your competition. Sometimes if it's a smaller company, it might be a challenge trying to find their information because they may or may not report that information. But if you can try to get an annual report or find a website or something like that, it might be some foot patrol that you actually, if they're local, that you actually have to kind of do a little bit of investigation work to try to get that information. But you want to at least, some people say, well, I don't have a competitor. Well, you probably do. Might not be a direct competitor, maybe indirect, meaning that they kind of offer maybe some of your products and services, maybe not all of them, but you still need to know who they are and what they're doing. So you want to fill this document out. Also with your suppliers and distributors, you want to be able to identify your key suppliers in distribution companies, and as well as how they take payment and all of that. So you want to fill this document out as much as possible, and go through the whole thing, type in the information that you are aware of, and be able to fill this information in. With the question about owners, if you're the only owner, you put your name and cash contribution 100%, or whatever that, if you want to put the dollar amount, that's fine. But cash contribution, you could put 100%, meaning that anything related to cash, you're putting it in. Okay. So you want to fill this out. If you need financing or anything like that, what are those sources? Is it a bank? Is it a credit union? Whatever the case is, have you gotten the money? Have you applied? Or uh, who you might want to target in order to get those loan amounts, and how much do you need? Now you're asking yourself, well, how much do I need? Well, that's on that other assignment that you did as it relates to your monthly expenses. It relates to your 6 months expenses, that kind of thing. That's going to help you determine if you do need to take out a loan in order to cover your costs. So you're going to complete then this worksheet and go step by step. You're going to do the executive summary. Although some people say, well, you do the executive summary at the end, and it's optional, but I suggest in this class, let's do executive summary for the here and now, where you're at right now, because when you actually do your business plan, you have to do the executive summary. You may change the language a little bit, but this is kind of getting you into action with how to pull together executive summary. So it's a worksheet so that you're able to type in all of this information, and then what you want to do is take your information and put it into LivePlan, so you can do copy and paste, or do it in a Word document and transfer it over, whatever the case may be. But this is just a worksheet to help you think through what goes into your executive summary. Okay, so you want to work on that and do that. The documents that we're giving and asking you to complete as homework assignments are really kind of like working documents, so it'll make it easier for you to actually do your business plan, or to update your business plan if you have one already. And then for session 2, you have the profit and loss statement. Here at the top is normally like the company name. So I'll put mine, Tamora Walls Consulting, and, you put your address, and, just information here, city, state, zip code, you put that on your profit and loss. Then profit and loss for the period ending. So if you're just starting out, you may not have any numbers. So this might be just starting out. This might be, third quarter, uh, you know, um, 2021, if you've done anything or not. It may be fourth quarter, whatever the case may be. This actually may be numbers that are relevant when you start making profit and when you actually have loss. And these items too are fillable. So you're talking about your income. What kind of income are you getting from sales? What kind of income are you getting for services? What kind of income that you're getting from other sources? So you would want to fill this in if your total services and you don't really sell products and things like that, then you would just pull in the information of the income that you've gotten for services. And then this is where you put in your expenses. So whatever those expenses are, you fill in what you need to fill in. And then wages. So this would be your full-time, part-time staff people. That includes yourself. If you have part-time person, full-time person, that kind of thing. Also, if you have some contractors that work for you for 3 months or whatever the case may be, you can include them as well. But what you're going to do is on a separate sheet of paper, kind of highlight and indicate who those individuals are, total up the dollar amount, and then once you actually complete and do that, then you can, indicate how much those costs are. And then you want to then figure out what the total expenses are for this whole sheet. Okay. So you're going to do that. And then from there, you're going to look at from the top, this was your profit, total income, and this is your expenses. So now you're going to look at then profit and loss. So you're going to look at either you're in the profit area or you're in the loss area. So that's where you're going to indicate, your profit or your loss. So if your expenses are less than your income, then of course you would consider that a profit. If your expenses are more than your income, then it's considered a loss. And that's where you'll have to try to figure out and make adjustments, because you don't want to be at a loss. You always want to be at a profit. Or as we go deeper into our training, you'll want to be at a break even, at least covering your expenses with the income that you're getting in. So, but this is the template that you can utilize. Again, do the same thing. Save it as something else on your computer, download it, save it, so that you're able then to submit it as your homework assignment. Okay. And we do have some resources. So there's an industry checklist. I showed you the IBIS World report. There's a one related to financial forecast link. So it's just a document that you can read through that really kind of helps in understanding, how to do a financial forecast. So there's a link for that. And then also there is a PowerPoint presentation to that. So it's written in the attachment I just showed you, but also there's a PowerPoint link, a PowerPoint that you can actually go through. And if you have challenges as far as trying to get to the link, always go to the our resource file, because then the links are there. So I'm going to show you what that looks like if I can. My mouse is acting crazy here, but you should be able to click on the link, and here's the PowerPoint. So that Word document kind of is the language, and it takes you step by step, but this is a past presentation that we did talking about financial forecasts, the product that we were dealing with or talking about was a cupcake that they wanted to make a $5 profit off of. So there was some projections there. So you can go through the PowerPoint and it gives you an idea on how to figure out and what to do as it relates to projecting revenue and expenses, particularly like with a startup company. If you're not sure what things are going to cost and your projections, this is a good process to figure out how much money is going to be involved. So this is that PowerPoint that kind of takes you through that and helps you get through that and navigate that. So we got a lot of resources here. Hopefully it's segmented in a way that can really assist you if you do have some challenges again with submitting your homework and that kind of thing. Just reach out to us so we can figure out how to make that easier for you. But always use the plus and the minus collapsible button in order to access everything. Um, and then these dates are here really kind of designed as a reminder to let you know that there's some homework due, so that you can stay on track and that kind of thing. So you want to, utilize the collapse button. The information is here. The agenda is here, and so forth. So like by the time we get to the meeting, get to this session, you're going to start working with then your live plan, because live plan is where we're going to do our business plan template and start typing things out. So I want to show you what live plan is. So I've done invitations to everyone with live plan. So you should be able to have access now to LivePlan, so that then this is my screen for my company, but it's designed that once you get access to LivePlan, you can actually start building your own. Okay. And so in this particular case, you'll see the tabs at the top. So some of these you may have access to or may not, because this is my administration admin level. So you might not be able to see all of this, but you should have access to some of these things as it relates to live plan. So you'll see the pitch, and here you can view it, but there should be buttons that show how you can edit. So what you just saw on that previous page is where I actually put in my information. I put in my logo, and there's usually a continue button. So once you've done one thing, you continue until you finally get to the final view. So as I did edits, I was able to fill this information in and put my picture in there and all of that. So that's how you'll be able to do it live plan. And this is just for the pitch sheet. It's not for the plan. It's just a one-pager pitch. If you were doing a one-page pitch, you can also then publish this so that you can print it, so you can publish it and print it, so that you can put it on a website or whatever the case may be. And you can also present it. So if you wanted to do a slide deck or you want to do a PowerPoint, you could actually export the information you typed in. You could put it into a PowerPoint template. It'll add the document, it'll say file is ready. so I can actually save my file. It's going to ask me where I want it to go. You know, it's going to send me to a document. So I'm going to do just call it GECDC pitch and actually save it onto my computer. And once I do that, then now I can open up this document and, you know, and be able to actually put in a PowerPoint pitch document or presentation. You know, and you can, of course, then go and edit and that kind of thing, but it makes it a little bit easier because it pre-populates the information and so forth. So that's it's beneficial to actually, you know, be able to do that. So then if you're not familiar with PowerPoint, you can and do that. But once you start working on your plan, you're going to click on plan. Okay. And if you're just new to this, there will be videos to actually take you step by step. So you'll see a lady on there, you click on the video, you listen to the video, and they're going to take you step by step. You'll see the tabs over here. So this is where you would edit your executive summary. This is where you would talk about opportunities. This is where you talk about execution. This is where you talk about your financial plan. All underneath this executive summary tab. So you can start actually putting in information. You'll notice there are tabs here where you can edit. So once you click on edit, then you actually go into the document or to the template. You type in the information that you want to type in. On the left, it'll kind of give you some instruction. So you can read the instructions on what the expectations is for this section. And then if you need some examples, this will kind of give you some examples of different types of companies. And then once you're done, you know, you can actually bold things, you can put pictures in here, whatever the case may be, bullets, all of that. You can do all of that. And then once you're done, you say, I'm done. It's going to take you back to this page so that then you can go back and forth. You can download this and print. You can look at an outline of everything. So there's, you know, various options. Once you're in LivePlan, and you just edit. Once you edit, you put in the information. When you're done, you say, I'm done, and it'll save it in underneath your company name. So hopefully that gives some clarity on how to use a LivePlan. Once you start working on your financials, it's going to give you an option to start inputting dollars, you know, in your financial table. We kind of just talked about profit and loss in the worksheet. So you'll be able to actually put in some information as it relates to that, and your balance sheets and all of that, you know, and your cash flow. So there are options and ways to be able to, you know, work through your numbers, get through your financials, and to be able to input this. If you have a question, remember, you can watch the video. So there's on some of these pages, you can actually click watch video. And once you watch the video, then LivePlan gives you a little bit more clarity on how to input information and how to do this. Okay. So hopefully as we go along and you start processing the information, you should be able to then be able to see what's going on with your plan. And once you kind of get everything together, we also will be able to review your plan. So as you're putting in information, we're able to actually send comments to you. And so in those comments, we'll give you comments about different sections and things like that, so that as you're writing and moving along in your plan, we can actually make comments to things. Or if you have questions and you want to do a one-on-one, you can do that as well. But as you get to your final, it will give you access while you're in this class, while we're working together. It will give you access so that then all the information now that you've typed in, you can export it to a Word document, so that then you can save it on your computer, and now becomes your document on your computer. It won't reflect any new changes that you do in LivePlan, so you always want to keep track of that. But you can do this in a workable Word document. You know, it's just that you have to, if you make some changes and you want to keep those updated in LivePlan, then you'll have to go back to LivePlan. Then you'll have to come back, export it again. Or you can also download as a PDF. So whatever documents you prepared, you can download it. It'll let you know that the file's ready. And so now all the information that I've put in about my company, and you know, I just did this as a sample, so there's not a lot of detail. You would have more detail, but now it's a PDF document. And the same thing would look for a Word document. It would look the same way. But again, it would be editable, you know, for you. And then you can also do different kinds of themes. So, you know, you can pick a theme, and there's a few of them in here where you can scroll through and say, for instance, I like this burgundy one. So now I can pick the theme and, you know, I can save it, close it. So now when I set up and I'm ready to kind of like print this out or something, you know, it gives you an opportunity to put an appendix. You know, if I need to change the cover page, I can change the cover page, uh, you know, here. So I'm just clicking on a few things here, but you can put in your website, you can put in different items in here, so that when you actually then download your document and you're able to print it as a PDF with a theme, you know, you can open it and see how it changed. Before I had just like this white background, but I changed the theme. So now the theme has the color based upon the theme of the LivePlan. So you can do some different things, you know, where say for instance, I want that cover page. So I can and check and say add a cover page, you know, my company logo, my company name. My tagline is for my company is progression is forward motion. Okay. You know, you can put your website, so that's www.t. If I can remember our website. And see how easy it is to actually type in the information. So there shouldn't be too many challenges as it relates to this. You know, your email, your contact number if you want a contact number, and then you can include a confidentiality statement in there as well. Once you're done, you say save it, so that you're able to then, go through the process and, be able to then download it as a PDF. It's going to go through whatever I've done. And now I should have a theme that I can open up the document and open it up as a PDF. And notice now I have a cover page. So now I have a cover page and, and all the rest of the information that I've actually put into my template. Okay. So that's how you use LivePlan and the access that you have to it. So we encourage you to utilize this tool while you have access to it, and to begin working in it and doing some things. You can set some milestones for yourself so that okay, I need to get this done. I want to have the opening here. I want to do a fundraiser here. So you can add milestones. It keeps you on track. It'll actually send you an email to let you know if you done the milestones or not. And then of course there's a kind of a dashboard that kind of gives you an overview as it relates to your forecast and things of that nature. So just wanted to kind of take you through LivePlan. So hopefully you have access to that. I sent out invites so that you should have an access code to LivePlan. I sent it out to each individual person. If you did not get anything, please check your spam folder. Also, make sure we have the correct email address. So when you fill out your, company profile information on that other sheet, make sure you put in the right email so that we can send it to the correct email. And if you do have some challenges, you can't get in there, there's some issues or something like that, just shoot me an email, thhughes@gecc.org, and I'll try to, reach back to you to make sure that you're on the right track. So I think that's all that I have. Again, I wanted to take you through the video, or just do a recap of LivePlan, so that you know how to get in there and kind of navigate and some of the features. Also wanted to take you through our, our business plan bootcamp and the entrepreneurship platform to make sure you have access to that. I see most of you have gotten on. So hopefully you're able to access then the links and to be able to submit your homework. If you have challenges with submitting, remember to do the PDF, fill in the information, download it, save it to your computer, name it something, and then send it to thhughes@gecdc.org so that then we're able to see what's functioning on the platform, what's not functioning on the platform, so that you can get through this entire process. And hopefully we can put everything on the platform so that you're able to access the information. I know sometimes it can be challenging to keep up with emails and things like that. So we're trying to make it so that everything's on the platform, so that all you have to do is just click on a link. So hopefully this was helpful. The other sessions we didn't go through because basically it's a continuation. After you get through session 3, you're going to work on your plan, session 4, session 5, and of course session 6 will be done, and then you'll do a program feedback survey so we can make this better. Okay. So that's all I have for you for today. And again, hopefully this was helpful. You'll be able to navigate and be able to kind of get through this so that you can get your assignments done, as well as to be able to review what you've done and ask questions to us as well. So appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach us, and we'll take care of you. So hope you have a nice afternoon and evening, and we will see you on Thursday evening at 5:30. All right, take care.